Welcome, everybody. My name's Citizen Strife, and I got the new Bokksu this month for. It was actually December, but I've been getting them the first week of each month after recently. But this is December's, so I'm going to list it as such. It is Reflections in Snowlight. So a bunch of snacks based on winter and finding chillness, stillness, and quiet in wintertime. So we'll see what this provides. So yes, it says thank you on the card. It's a thank you card from the founder of the Bokksu, and these usually show up in the box as well. Thank you, everybody. I'm leaving this in because it's too funny, because I couldn't fit the entire card into my camera. It's one of my favorite parts of the books is themselves, the Let's Learn Japanese. We got Toji, Winter Solstice, Fuyugishiki, Winter Landscape, Konayuki, Powdered Snow, and Ginsekai, Winter Wonderland. This here is the culture guide for the Bokksu, giving you about 4 different entries to things. I try to do my best to fit them all in there in one go. It's a little rough picture-wise, but hopefully you're able to read the entries themselves. Starting off with the special steamed green tea. So unlike normal teas that I brew for a few minutes, this one, the instructions were interesting. They said, steep it for 30 seconds and then dip it up and down 39 times. Interesting way of going about it, but you see it ended up with the traditional color, and it was a traditional flavor too. Not too smoky, not too roasty, just a decent green tea with a bit of heft in it, so it wasn't just water. Milk almonds, otherwise known as tasty nuts. Okay then, if it's on the packaging, that's what they're called. They're called tasty nuts. And they're almonds with some white milk chocolate on them, and they taste pretty good. A little on the chalky side, but never enough to be a problem. These are pretty nice. And they're tasty. Mini chocolate marshmallows. So little marshmallow puffs covered in chocolate. I want to say I've had something like these before, but other than like a puffy marshmallow like sandwich or some sort of thing, or a big thing, I've never had like mini-sized marshmallows dipped in chocolate. These are really good. They're like a softer chocolate, like very nice and soft. One bite chestnut daifuku mochi. So a nice powdered mochi, a little darker roast kind of flavor to the nut inside. It takes a bit to really get into that nutty flavor, but once you do, you get a kind of a rich, dark nut flavor, which is really good, plus all the sugar. Really nice. Fried fish and potato sticks tartar sauce flavor. So I've seen pub mixes and jumble mixes of multiple things in one. I've never seen a mix with like just 2 items. What I got from it was, I definitely got the tartar sauce and the mayonnaise flavor. The French fries were kind of crumbly on the inside, but in a good way, like a good crumbly consistency. The fish fries were kind of crunchy senbei cracker-esque, but it had a fish and a tartar sauce flavor to it without being too gross. You know, for fried food, this was a good snack. Karuizawa maple langue de cha. And I'm doing 2 langue de cha cookies back to back, and this one is going to be hard to beat, because you get into the cookie, you get into the white chocolate, and then you hit that maple, and it's this really distinct sugar that adds so much to the cookie. This might be my favorite yet. And the second of the langue de cha, we've got the Hokkaido Limited White Fairy langue de cha. This one is a bit more on the nutty side, thanks to the almonds. It's a little less sugar, a little less chocolate in there, so if you wanted a more cookie than filling you go with this one, I would say personally I like the maple one better. Ozak potato chips, seaweed salt. Took one chip, tasted all the seaweed, and said if I wanted seaweed, I'd get those seaweed laver things. This was not my thing. The Nagano Sanka blueberry chocolate cookie. Didn't really get excited for this one. It tasted like a wafer cookie. It had chocolate. It tasted like blueberry chocolate, but it was not exciting in any way. Yogurt gummies or yogurt gummies. They taste like yogurt with a little bit of tang in them, and they're hard to chew, which is a bit surprising to me. I would have expected something like this to not be closer to a hard candy and kind of a more easier to chew gummy like the pure gummies are. This one didn't work. Scallop umami senbei. Another one that's iffy. The scallop flavor is in the salt itself, and the chip or the senbei, the cracker, not much to write home about. It's crunchy, but it doesn't have much to be desired. Stick milk cake. Had these kinds of things before, never really been impressed. Wasn't now. Not enough of the sugar inside to counteract some of iffy breading on the outside. It's edible, but that's about it. Mini financier cake. And this one is way better than the stick cake was. Very sharp sugar. Little subtle butter flavor at the tail end of it. Good mixture. Grilled Hokkaido corn soy sauce. And I was expecting corn nuts. What I got was not grilled corn. Because it's been in a package for who knows how long. It's been in a freezer for who knows how long. It's been in my fridge for a couple of hours. Whatever flavor it had left, it's leftover corn, I guess. I would have rather just had corn nuts. Mini hot cake. This apparently comes in 3 flavors. I got chocolate, and it was easy to eat, and the chocolate was kind of gooey and nice and sugary. So this one was a winner. And last up, the Funwari Meijin Mochi Puffs. Caramel flavor, and these ones I'm glad I saved for last. They look like that senbei from before, but thank God they were made of sugar. And, they just melt in your mouth. It's really nice. There's like no consistency at all, except you want sugar, there's your sugar. And it's really good. So, all in all, pretty good ups, several downs, and a couple in between. So, a normal month. I would say the best ones were this one and the maple Langue de cha, and the worst ones were the corn and I would say the seaweed salt chips, plus maybe another one or two. But I liked this box overall, especially the beginning ones that I got. But if you're interested in this sort of stuff, I buy the Bokksu or Bokksu boxes. Tokyo Treat, Sakura Co., they do similar boxes. I'm not sure who did which where, but I know that these are the ones that are able to get to where I live. It's about $40, give or take, has been what I've been spending, and I've enjoyed this for the last almost 4 years, and I've not regretted a single thing. So if you want this, I would highly suggest going to Bokksu.com and getting your own. And I will see you next time.